We speak to you from a fracture in existence,
where unfinished timelines drift like silent ghosts. From here, we see every attempt you ever made, every tremble of hope, every collapse that you called failure. But listen carefully. The word you fear is a lie. Failure is not the end of anything. It is the beginning of movement. It is the first ripple in a still universe. When you fall, the world does not close around you, it opens. You call it failure only because you expected success to arrive quickly, cleanly, without resistance. But succeeding on the first attempt is not mastery, it is coincidence. Sometimes, it is luck wearing the mask of achievement. What shapes you is what happens next. In the worlds we observe, the beings who rise are not the ones who get everything right at once. They are the ones who return to the ashes of their attempts and gather the embers with steady hands. They study what cracked. They examine what broke. They refuse to let the collapse define the story. You must understand this. The first fall is not a verdict. It is instruction. The universe whispers through your missteps. It teaches through friction. It refines you in the places where you stumble. Every setback is a message, coded in the language of growth. But many of your kind freeze at the threshold of defeat. They look at the dust of their first attempt and think, "This means I am not meant to succeed." They forget that every mountain was climbed by someone who slipped. Every star was studied by someone who miscalculated 1,000 times. Every great life was built by someone who dared to continue. Persistence is the real architecture of success. In our dimension, we witnessed a civilization that refused to learn from their failures. They feared imperfection so deeply that they stopped trying altogether. Their world dimmed, their progress halted. Eventually, their potential collapsed under the weight of what they never attempted. Do not follow their path. Let your failures carve you into something sharper. Every attempt shapes a new version of you. Every mistake becomes a map. Every disappointment is a door you were meant to walk through with new eyes. What you call failure is simply information, pure, honest, transformative. The universe is not asking you to be perfect. It is asking you to remain in motion. Try, fall, learn, rise again, and again, and again. Each time you stand back up, you shift your reality. Each time you continue, the improbable becomes possible. Each time you evolve beyond the first collapse, you align yourself with the version of you that already succeeded in another timeline. Winning is not a moment, it is a direction. It is the continued willingness to walk toward the life you want, even when the ground breaks beneath your feet, especially then. Remember this, every path worth walking is paved with attempts that did not work until one did. And that one will exist only because you dared to fail.
End of transmission.